at that speed, guys, moving across this grass. Now the easiest way to hook a black mamba is actually, whoa, coming straight at me again. Look at that, it's all over the place. Now what I'll do, you just hook it back like this. It just makes the snake tight and doesn't hurt the snake. But the easiest way is you let the snake go over the hook stick, and then you pick the snake up. And it's not yet in the position where I can pick it up by hand. So if I was to tail it now, it would nail me. No ifs, buts, mites, maybes about it. It would smash me straight on my arm. If I was to hook it like this, pick it up by the tail now, that would be an envenomation. Now what I want to do, before I get back onto topic, I just want the snake to relax a little bit. Bring it out over here a little bit, yeah. Alright, just relax it. Alright. Woo! And I tell you, every time I work with black mambas, you have to be right on top form. Come on, come on, come on. Now guys, as you've seen, when it comes to speed and that, these snakes are really fast. They're a real handful. They've also got far more toxic venom than the King Cobra. So when it comes from drop for drop, the black mamba's venom is a lot more toxic than the King. And in fact, the King, its venom is not so toxic, it's got a bigger yield, but we'll talk about that later. This is a really potent neurotoxic venom. In fact, if this snake bites its prey item, that prey is dead between 30 seconds and a minute later. Way more toxic than a King Cobra. Far more lethal when it comes to toxicity of venom and its biting force. It's also a lot faster than a King Cobra. So if the snake wanted to move away from a King Cobra, it could really easily do that because it's a lot quicker. It's lightning fast actually. Moves across the ground, moves through trees, moves through water. They're excellent swimmers, they're excellent climbers. Really, really incredible snakes. Then when it comes to size, black mambas, they get big. So this isn't such a big one. This is probably a 5-year-old black mamba. It's only about 2.2 meters, maybe around 10 foot. But they get right up to 4.5 meters, and that's the second longest venomous snake in the world. They also give a lot of their venom, up to 400 milligrams in a bite. Lastly though, when we're talking black mambas and how dangerous they are and how it compares with the King Cobra, these guys have an attitude problem. They are mean snakes. As you saw, as I opened up that box, came straight at me, hood up, mouth open, wanting to envenomate. King Cobras seem to be far more relaxed. They're far more intelligent. They kind of calculate more. So King Cobra is not just going to normally blatantly go for you. It's going to sneak up to you before it makes its pounce. Black mambas are more nervous. They're more aggressive. They're more kind of defensive in some ways. And they want to bite you a lot more than a King Cobra does. And they're just way more aggressive snakes. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this snake down, we're gonna bring out the King Cobra, we're gonna talk about that King Cobra, and then we're gonna wrap it up with what I think is the winner between the King Cobra and the beautiful African black mamba. Alright guys, and as promised, the next snake is the infamous King Cobra. Now you might know, these are probably my favorite snakes in the world, and the reason for that is they are the biggest venomous snakes on the planet, even bigger than the big black mambas. Alright guys, so this is Goliath, and he's a little bit older than the black mamba we had out just now. He's in fact around 7 years old. Really, really nice snake. They live up to 25 years in captivity. So he's still got some growing to do. I'm going to talk more about him in a moment. I just want you to enjoy him. Look how beautiful he's spreading a lovely little hood there. Isn't that really, really cool? Hello, big guy. Hello, my boy. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, my boy. Yes. Look at you. Now, King Cobras just get your adrenaline pumping. He's a captive snake, captive bred, captive hatched. And look at him still, he's saying, I'm the boss, dingo. So how does he compare and how does he compete with a black mamba? Well, number one, when we're talking size, there's nothing bigger in the venomous world than that King Cobra. he gets up to 5.5 meters, whereas the black mamba will get to 4.5. So he's a bigger, heavier snake. Now that does mean that because he's bigger and heavier, he's a little bit slower. So he won't be as quick through the bush on this grass as the black mamba will be. So to keep him up, it's quite nice when he's sitting like this. He won't be as quick as a black mamba, but he is huge. Look at that size, guys. Look at that open mouth. And what you'll see, let me point it out, right over here. Massive head. That's his big venom glands. Look at him. You face the camera, boy. Face the camera. There we go, it's okay. Look at that, turning around. And both black mambas and king cobras, excellent eyesight. It's actually been told that a king cobra can spot something from 100 meters away. So both of these snakes are really good at visually detecting their prey or a risk or a danger, and then moving towards it if they want to eat it, or moving away from it if it's a danger to them. The other thing that's very different about these snakes is that if you touch a black mamba on the tail, it generally moves away from you. If you touch a king cobra on the tail, look what happens. There we go, straight at me. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now, conversely, if you touch a black mamba on the side of the head or close to the top third of its body, it's going to come at you. Whereas if you touch a king cobra like this, look how he relaxes. Absolutely incredible. Two apex predators, massive leopards, toxic venom, acting completely differently. And that's what years of experience teach you, is how to interact with these magnificent animals. So how does this snake compare when it comes to toxicity of venom against the black mamba? Well, we said earlier with the black mamba is more toxic than the king cobra, and that's absolutely right. But when you're looking at venom and toxicity of venom, it's not always just about the toxicity, it's also about how much venom each snake delivers. And with these massive venom glands that you can see right there and right there, the king cobra has the second biggest yield of any venomous snake in the world after the gaboon viper. That's right, when this snake bites on, it injects massive amounts of neurotoxic venom, far more than a black mamba. So even though it's less toxic, this venom, it's far more potent. And in fact, these snakes bite on so hard and so fast that a man was bitten in Malaysia by a snake about the same size here as Goliath. It took 3 people to take it off his arm. Before we get on to the real business end of this comparison, what I want to talk about is the temperament of these snakes. So as you can see, the black mamba was all over the place, really nervous and aggressive. The king cobra is more confident than that. So as you can see, he's holding his ground, he's putting up his hood. He'll follow me as I walk around now. Watch that. Look at him following me. I know, big guy. Now he'll probably swing around the other side here. Look at that. He's not fidgety. He's not like the black mamba. He'll swing around now. There we go, don't worry. He'll be okay. And the king cobras are confident animals. They're not scared animals. They've got a much better personality than the black mambas. The black mambas are far more nervous. It's okay. Come on. And as you saw there as well, defensive lunge. Mouth wasn't open, didn't want to bite, but look at that hood, guys. Isn't he beautiful? And this is one of the reasons I say these snakes are my favorite snakes in the world. Hello, big guy. Hello, my boy. Look at that. So then we've looked at a couple of factors. We've looked at toxicity of venom. We've looked at the size of the snake. We've looked at who's the quickest of the snakes. We've looked at their demeanor and their personality and who's the most aggressive. So who's the winner of our ultimate challenge, King Cobra versus Black Mamba? Well, there can only be one winner. And folks, every single time the winner is the King Cobra. Because King Cobras feed naturally on other snakes and they are immune to other venomous snakes' venom. So if I took a Black Mamba, put it in the same enclosure as the King Cobra, what's going to happen? The King Cobra is going to hunt the Black Mamba down, it's going to bite it, it's going to envenomate it, it's going to hold on with that massive bite force, and it's going to swallow down an adult Black Mamba. And if the Black Mamba bites the King Cobra will have no ill effects. It eats kraits, it eats Russell's vipers, Malayan pit vipers, it eats all kinds of deadly and dangerous snakes for breakfast. The King Cobra, the ultimate venomous snake in the world. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Dingo out.
Guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the awesome videos coming up soon.